Today on the show, Island of Dreams, a world-class amusement park soon to open in Moscow.
It's not simply an amusement park. The Island of Dreams is an entertainment complex where every family member can find entertainment to their liking.
The Moscow Zoo is 155 years old. What is there to see in one of Europe's oldest zoos?
There are currently more than 11,000 animals from around 1,300 species at the zoo.
Museum at the Central Children's Store. Here, you'll feel like a child again.
When many people come here, the first thing they say is, "Oh, I had one of these once. I used to have the same toy." It's so touching. This is exactly the kind of feeling we're trying to bring about here.
It's not Disneyland Paris. It's not Disneyland Florida. It's Moscow's very own Dream Island, which is soon to open before the end of this year. This is Capital Ideas Live, and on this program, we're going to talk all about Moscow for children. I'm Mike Gibson. Let's get started. The Island of Dreams is the first indoor theme park in Russia and the largest one in Europe. It is located in the Nagatsinskaya Poema district, about a 10-minute drive from the Kremlin. The park is 100 hectares in size. The Island of Dreams is divided into two parts, an outdoor area and a covered section. The outdoor area includes a landscape park, sports courts, bike paths, playgrounds, a promenade, and the recently renovated Moscow River embankment. And soon this place will also have a children's sailing school. The total area of the indoor part of the park is 300,000 square meters. You could fit 42 football fields under its massive roof. Why did the designers decide to enclose such a large space?
There are several reasons. The weather in Russia isn't always so pleasant. It rains or snows or is simply overcast for almost 7 to 8 months a year. It's pretty much like in London, if you're from London. If you ask me, the weather in London is much colder than in Moscow. So, the first reason is that we wanted to make this fantasy world comfortable for children and their families year-round. And the second reason is that there are some things that just can't be done at an outdoor theme park. The most distinctive feature of our theme park is that it's entirely indoors. This helps us recreate that magical atmosphere that children see in cartoons. And because it's a theme park, not merely an amusement park, it allows them to immerse themselves into different fantasy worlds. For example, we're going to have the Snow Queen area with a castle, simulated snow, and polar skies. And there will be the Smurfs area, where there's a meticulously recreated Smurfs village, just like in the cartoons. So, children will be completely immersed in the atmosphere of this little cartoon village with Smurfs, mushrooms, and so on. It's going to be one of the trademarks of our theme park.
Late June saw the completion of the most difficult phase of the construction, the installation of the giant glass domes. So we've just come in through the central entrance, and we're now located in the first magnificent atrium. Further on, we have a series of glass cupolas with 4 zones, in each of which can be found a different city: London, Barcelona, Beverly Hills, and Rome. Let's go and check them out. Under the roof of the Island of Dreams, there are replicas of well-known buildings from 4 cities. There are more than 100 such replicas here. The facades of many of them were decorated by painters and sculptors. So I've just walked through the Barcelona street. There's even a reconstruction of a Gaudi house there. Now we're situated in the central square. This is going to be vast and beautiful, with fountains and cafes and beautiful spaces to walk. There's even a concert hall on one side and a cinema on the other. But the most interesting thing here is above us, this vast glass dome, which is a few times bigger than the glass dome of the Reichstag in Berlin and considerably larger than Lafayette in Paris. The size of the central dome is nearly 9,000 square meters, and its height is 35 meters. It took almost a year and a half to design, manufacture, and install this structure. Now we're located at the most interesting place of all. Behind me is the entrance to the theme park, but we can't go in there yet because the creators of this project want to tease us a little bit. They're not going to tell us what exactly the rides are and which attractions they plan to have until the opening. So, after the opening, you need to come and discover for yourselves. The price of admission to the theme park is still undecided, but the promenade and landscape park will be open to everyone at no charge.
The Island of Dreams isn't only an amusement park. It's an entertainment complex where every family member can find entertainment to their liking. Rides for children, thrill rides for grown-ups, concerts, discos, and so on. I'd been working on the design of this project for more than 10 years before I started its construction. Some of the most successful amusement parks can be found within city limits, and they fit quite well within a mega-city infrastructure. Take, for example, Disneyland in Tokyo and Universal Wonderland in Osaka, or Latte World in Seoul. It's also located in the city center. And of course, if a city has a theme park, it's going to attract more tourists. People are more enthusiastic about coming there, and they spend more time there. Let's say they spend half a day at the theme park. Then they can spend the rest of the day walking around the city. This way, the city draws in more tourists.
There are different ways to get to the Island of Dreams. You can take the metro. The nearest station, Technopark, is just a minute's walk from the park. Or you can drive there. One of Moscow's main traffic routes, the Third Ring Road, is not far from the theme park. And soon there will be a new bridge near the Island of Dreams, which will cross one of the Moscow River's inlets called Kazhukovsky Pond. This bridge will connect multiple city districts and make getting to the park that much easier. The Island of Dreams is expected to welcome up to 50 million visitors every year. According to experts, this will increase the flow of tourists to the Russian capital by 16%. The Island of Dreams' grand opening is planned for the end of this year.